Welcome back to Go Fish For You. Right, so I've got the tank in, roughly where it's going to go, just so I can size up my framing for it. I think we want to come just off the wall a touch more. So that's where our overflow is, and that's our overflow pipe. I just need 90 to connect to that. So that'll be fine. And then our filter is going to sit this end, so that's our trickle in, which is going to feed into the filter itself, which I've done at the same outside. That light, I'm going to get some chain and hang it above the tank from the ceiling, so it'll sit about around about there-ish. It's a daylight light, so that should be fine for them. And on the back there, I'm going to put a splashback. This sheet of acrylic I've had for quite some time now, and I'm going to put that. I can't do this one-handed, I don't think, but we'll have a go so you can see what it looks like, or what it's going to look like. Pop that up there, and then that will be stuck to that wall with the sockets on top of it. So take the sockets off the wall, bring them forward, and stick that to the wall. It needs to go down a touch when I put it in, but I think that'll look quite smart in there. Just take that off before it falls over. Right, I've still got to do the silicone around the edges, which I'll do next. Just move the tank out of the way, and the silicone around the ceiling edge, just where the bracket is up there. When the bloke fitted the lino on the floor, he said if it's going to have water on it, it's a good thing to seal the edges. So that's what I'm going to do, just in here, not in the other side. But if I just step out here for a second, a bit dark, but you can see how much extra room we've got. Obviously the saw won't be there, all this rubbish won't be here, and that workbench won't be here. That battery's going to go on. I need to pull this cable through because it's a little bit short, but it's just clipped to the garage outside, so I'll just pull it through so we've got a bit more length. And this won't be here, this is going to sit on a shelf in that corner somewhere. We have a small problem with the garage door. I don't open it that often. I did put the walls really tight because I was trying to keep as much cold air out and keep warm air in as such. So when you open the garage door, you get this here as a bolt just on there, which cuts. If I had a router, I'd route a channel for it, 2 channels for it, but I don't have a router. So over time it's just going to have to cut its own path, and I'll just have to touch it up every now and again with some colour. I've got plenty of colour, so that's not a problem. That's the same on both sides, but as I said, I don't open the door that much. It's only bring the tank in and out as such, so I can just top that, put some paint on there, and that'll be that sorted. So yeah, we're going to have some shelving there on that wall there, and we're going to have some shelving on this wall here. Originally I was going to put a tank in here. I think I may still put a tank in here. One of the glass tanks that are in storage at the minute might go in there on a cupboard on a shelf. And as I said, the filter's going to sit this end. It actually sits on top of the tank itself, so there's free space here, so I might build myself a cupboard or something to go in just in that area there, just to store food or whatever. So yeah, we're coming along. That I've still got to fill. I'm leaving it open for the time being, but this is a piece of wood that's going to go in it, which I've already painted. I just need to cut it to the size. Another little job to do, and it's going to be held in with magnetic cupboard catches. So they'll just be there, so the front facing will be there, and then the magnetic bit will be on the other side of the board. I need to clean it all out, get all that sawdust off. So yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. I am really happy with that ceiling. It looks really smart. I need to get a piece of edging just to do that edge there, just to finish it off like this, just an angle bead, just go up there, and then that'll finish that. And I need to put some spray foam in there just to fill that gap. and then cut it off and just give a touch of paint, put some silicone, touch of paint, and it'll be fine. That'll be that sorted. Need to remove my red mark from there. But apart from that, we're looking good. Give a touch up in places, because it's been like this for a month or so, 2 months. Well, no, I think the ceiling has been about a month, but I've just been super busy with pond jobs. I've not just had no time to do it. But yeah, we're getting there. So now the tank's in, I can work out exactly where my framing is going to go. I'm going to do something slightly different this time. Normally I build the frame and then put the insulation on into the frame. This time I'm going to actually stick the insulation to the tank itself. It's only going to have 25mm. I don't think it needs any more than that, because this whole room is insulated with 100mm of insulation all the way around, ceilings, floors, walls, everything. So I don't think it needs any more than 25mm, and plus I've got a great big sheet of 25mm. I'm not going out and buying any more. So I think that's what we're going to do, is stick it to it using some quick fix sewing, whatever. I've got it lying around. So yeah, and then that'll make it easier. I can just build my frame without having to worry about where the insulation is going to go. So that's a solid pipe that runs out through the wall, straight out to the drain. There's no connection in the wall, so there should be no leak. This was all tested before I put the panel on the wall. Didn't leak once, but I can tell you a little story about that in a second. So that was all tested, didn't leak, and hopefully it doesn't leak when I start it up. But yeah, let's go and tell you a little story about leaks. Turn it off for a second. I'll come out here. Oops, lazy. Sorry about that. Ignore the grass. Sorry. Right. Little disaster. So I clad all this. It was looking really smart. Still got to put the tops on, which I've not got yet, because I keep on changing my plan. Anyway, that's a different story. So I had it running for 3 months without cladding it. I clad it, put the end panels on and everything, put all the insulation in, and it started to leak. The overflow pipe up here, if you can see, this overflow here, even though it had a clip on it, managed to pull itself away from its connector, so it was dripping down onto the floor, so everything was soaked. So I've got to repair that at some point. I'm just making sure it doesn't leak anymore before I finally put the insulation back in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pipe as well, so all this pipe work goes inside, and I'll put the end panel back on, and I'll do the same with this one on here. I'll just take this panel off and cut that back inside, and then pipes can go up on the inside. You can see it's still quite wet down there, but we've had a lot of rain as well. It hasn't helped. So then this pipe here will come up here, because the filter's going to sit on the back like that, but obviously centralise them up, so it'll be somewhere over there, and that pipe will come up the side and plug straight in, and then you got your water in the pipe as well, which just trickles into the top up there. These filters need changing, and same with this one. It's going to get turned around and sat on the back over there, and then we're going to go back to deck boards for the tops. I did consider composite deck boards, but I wasn't happy with the finish on them. It had a groove on the front of it, which they don't do it like an end panel for it. Well, they do, but it's not deep enough for what we want. So I'm going to go back to traditional wood deck boards, and hopefully we can get one deep enough to go over there. We'll have to put two at the back to take the filter, and then once that's done, I can build up the inside to put this tile down to make it like a work area, potting up, bagging up fish, whatever it may be, but it gives me somewhere to work. So yeah, that's where we're at. Net's still on, because Heron still comes over. Fish is doing alright in there. So this top's going to get replaced as well, the deck top. And they're doing alright. It's really strange. I put these, oh, can't focus, sorry. I put these in here, they came out of that blue vat, and it's the same water that was in the blue vat, same filter, nothing's changed, same fish, slightly less, but it just foams up all the time, which it didn't do in the blue vat. And as I said, it's exactly the same water. I haven't topped it up with tap water or anything like that. I pumped it straight out of that blue vat into here, caught the fish, put them in, and that was it. I haven't changed anything, so I don't know why it foams up, but one of them. So I'll show you the deck boards if you don't know what I'm on about. So the problem I get with deck boards is, like, even if you mice them, corners, they always pull apart. But this has been up 2-3 years, I think it is now, and those haven't pulled apart at all. So I'm going to use the same method as I did with these, and that was screw them through. Can't see the screw there, can't feel it somewhere. So all I did was I just screwed through there, and the same on the other side, and it just holds it tight. This is wood fur indoors, but you can see still nice and tight after 3 years. Needs a repaint, but that's a completely different story, which we won't go into. Solar panels for the roof. I'm hoping to run most of the electricity off solar panels in the spring and summer, but I think I need 2 more panels to go up there. I think they were £100 for 2, which isn't too bad. And I just build a frame for them, and yeah, get the cables, and we're good to go. Plug and play. So I can't be doing with, sorry about the dark, I can't be doing with all this building your own, just mere braining. And yeah, that's where we're at. So I just thought I'd show you. Bit of a waffle, sorry, but hey ho, here's one of them. So yeah, next thing I'm gonna take the tank back out, silicone the edges, and then bring the tank back in and start working out my measurements. I've got most of the wood already in stock, and then start building a frame for it. I think we should put the insulation on it first though. Yes, I think that's probably, so silicone, insulate the tank, and then start building the frame. Oh, and the other thing, I'm going to clad it. Let me show you what I'm going to clad it in. Not like last time. I'm going to clad it in exactly the same as I clad the ceiling. So it's just going to be clad down the side, across the front, and down the other side. Obviously not the back. And then obviously that blue acrylic is going to sit on the back, which will look quite smart. So it'll make it all look nice and tidy, clean and tidy. Probably won't stay like that, but you know, go start out the right way. So yes, that's where we're at. If you like the video, think about subscribing, helps the channel out a lot. If you want to follow the build, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. If you've got any comments, suggestions, anything to say, post them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, next one we'll have the tank in, well, we'll definitely have it insulated, and we'll hopefully have the framing in, and we'll take it from there. Alright, see you later. Bye.